Howdy y'all, it's Chris with Show Up Fitness, favorite trainer in the belt buckle. Today we're going to be talking about 5 lunge variations that you're probably not doing. Before we do that, make sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. If you want to become a trainer, all you got to do is show up. Next class in Los Angeles, October 28th, down here in La Jolla. We're looking at early December. Hardest part, showing up. If you want to become a great trainer, we will help you. So let's take a look at the lunge. The average person, we love to walk and do lunges all day long. I see this at the gym. There's nothing wrong with that per se, but I don't think it's optimal. If you look at if we were to fall, you're coming forward. Why are we training a behavior or a fail? I prefer doing reverse lunges. So you come back, a lot more control, touch the knee down. Be careful with touching the knee down. If you have cement, last thing you want to do is split your patella. So just have control. Before we even do a lunge variation though, it's a unilateral pattern of which I want you to have the strength and the stability. So here's a simple little test for 5 repetitions. First off, your regression should be doing a lot of step-ups, but then your test is going to be not allowing your walking foot to touch the ground. You want your knee to go through your toes, 5 total reps. This would be 2. Knee tracking through your toes. Your knees can go over your toes, it's perfectly fine. But we see lunges implemented today inappropriately, in my opinion. That's 4. You should be able to test this 5 reps. And if you can, then you can start doing some lunges. So our first lunge is just going to be a weighted reverse lunge. Now I want you to check out my torso angle, all right? So imagine if there was a stick going straight up, straight down, and also my tibia angle. So if I'm equal, so take a look at this. You'll see that this angle right here is straight, and my torso angle is straight. They're parallel. When they're parallel, it's a 50-50 split between being knee dominant and hip dominant. Now when we change that angle to be greater for the tibia, it's going to be more knee dominant. So for example, so you see how this angle is greater than my torso angle? That's going to be more knee dominant. There's nothing wrong with that, it's just going to be more quads. When it's more hip dominant, it's going to be more glutes. So ask yourself, what are you trying to accomplish? If you want more glutes, lean forward and come back. This is going to be more of a hip dominant lunge, a lot more glutes. Remember, it's not saying one's better or worse, it's just what are you trying to accomplish? If you have hip pain, make it more knee dominant. If you have knee pain, make it more hip dominant. When we do one, we're compensating the other. So just keep that in mind. Second one is going to be it's always hard to work out and talk, right? That's a little bit capacity. So when we do an elevated lunge, so we come back, I'm going to be getting another 10 to 20 degrees of extension. So you will feel your glutes the next day a lot more than normal. You will get a greater soreness because you're getting a greater extension because of the elevation. Number 3, a step up into a lunge. You can load this up if you want. I'm going to be a wimp, but you're going to step up, come down into a lunge. Step up, down into a lunge. This is great it's like a finisher to get the heart rate going. Definitely more of a compound movement where your brain has to think a lot. I like doing those at the end of a workout, especially on a unilateral day. We generally like to load the exercise first, generate as much tension as you can. So let's say back lunge, 4 sets of 6 to 8. Second group, dumbbell lunges for 8 to 12, 4 sets. Last would be something like this for maybe 2 or 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps per side. And then if you want to complement it with some accessory work. So that's 3 lunge variations. Let's take a look at the last 2. I'm going to do this one straight ahead so you can check out my knee to prevent any type of dynamic knee valgus. Anytime we move with our feet, the checkpoints, big toe, little toe, heel. It's okay if the knee goes over the toe. Hips, we don't want to have an anterior tilt. Shoulders and head, not too worried about that for the lower body. So we're going to be doing a jumping lunge with a switch. Switch jacks, switch lunges, whatever the heck you want to call them. So up, come down, up, down. you're gonna have a little bit of wobbling. A little bit of valgus isn't the end of the world. It's when you get real extreme. Look at my second rep right there. I might have come in a little bit. It's when you get really down in there. It's a lot of medial stress on the MCL and the cartilage and menisci. You want it to ideally be straight. Why are you doing jumping before you haven't even conquered strength and that first test, which is going to be stability? So the big thing with lunges, why are we getting into them so early in a program? Show Up Fitness, we're going to probably stick to a month of just step-ups. When you have your step-up, you can have your client come back really slow and controlled, eccentrically, and that's going to fire up the glutes. And that's going to be far superior than just walking around all damn day doing front lunges. All right, last one. We're going to do, let's load it up. Kind of cool as I blow up my ACL. So I call these crossovers or pass-throughs. Come back, lunge, switch. Woo! See, these aren't easy. Back, switch it through. Back, switch it through. Nice and controlled. Anytime we have to track something or we're passing something over like this, it's really great for the brain. You're going to release a cool protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotropic factor. And that's a neural protein that works with neurogenesis. So when you have to track something, so for our elderly clients, obviously I wouldn't do that with that load, but I may do a lunge if it's appropriate after I've already conquered the step up and bounce a tennis ball, a balloon, or a bouncy ball to them. They got to catch it. Being able to track and catch objects, really, really great for the brain. These are 5 unconventional lunge variations. Make sure to own the pattern, progressively overload. Don't compensate weight for form, and work on your aerobic capacity. If you want to become a trainer, Show Up Fitness, where great trainers are made. Have a great day.